Hello, my name is Amal Ma'ayeh. I'm a Lebanese Jordanian. I'm based in Jordan. I graduated from the American University of Beirut in 2015. So I used to live there for almost 4 years. I have my degree in political science and a diploma in media studies. Ever since I graduated, I started working in the humanitarian sector in different international organizations in Jordan. I've been working in the communication and media field in the humanitarian organizations. And actually starting to talk about this year, I would just start with what a year this is. Actually, ever since this pandemic started, we didn't understand what is it exactly, what is this virus, and why everyone is actually talking about it. I remember when we started hearing that there's a virus in China, I felt like this is something too far to reach us or to even affect us. But we never knew that the world is really too small and we're all connected in one way or another. And it did reach us and it did affect us. I remember when it started in Jordan in March, everyone was frustrated, including myself. And I can actually say that I had so many overwhelmed feelings and emotions. And actually, I remember when it started here, the numbers were just like starting with 10 cases or 15 cases, and that was frustrating to us. Like, what? 10 cases in Jordan? That must be unreal. And then it escalated too quickly, and now we have like 5,000 cases per day. But when it started in March, I was like, definitely it's just gonna be like for 2 weeks and we're gonna be done with that. There's no way on earth that this is gonna go for too long. But here we are, it's still going, and we have no idea when this is ending. And actually, this is the frustrating part about it. Like, you don't know when it's ending and how it's going to end, and when actually our normal life is going to go back to normal. And speaking about the normal life, actually this year made me appreciate the normal things that we used to do on daily basis that we never actually thought of. uh, just going out, going to work, sitting on your desk, doing your work, seeing people, meeting people, hugging people. um, we never appreciated these things because we thought they are normal, but in fact these things are major things that we never thought of. So this year actually made me thankful more than feeling down. Of course, my mental health was so much affected because of seeing the numbers rises, hearing about people dying, people losing jobs. um, and thankfully, I was not one of these people losing jobs, but actually working in the humanitarian sector, because back then in time, I used to meet so many refugees who fled their war-torn and countries and came to Jordan. I remember like these people, how they used to tell us, we never thought the war is going to take more than a month. And I never believed how these people actually thought that this is not going to take years and years. But then when the pandemic started, and I actually said the same word, the same sentence, sorry, I don't think this is going to go for too long. And then it crossed my mind like, actually, yes, a human mind cannot actually understand that a crisis can go for too long. And we always hope that this ends very soon and sooner than we actually want it to end. And speaking of the vulnerable people, these were the most people in my mind throughout this whole crisis. Every time before I sleep, I actually think how they are managing to live, how they are managing to work, how they're actually managing to eat during this crisis. It's affecting everyone all over the world. But all social statuses are being affected, but in fact, these people are still the most vulnerable because they depend on working on daily basis and getting income on daily basis. And I really don't want to imagine how it's going for them. I remember when I was in my previous job in Mercy Corps organization, I used to work in a project that supported small and medium businesses in Jordan. And during this pandemic, they were the most affected because some of them just shut down. Some of them just closed despite of the funds that they could get from different organizations, but they just couldn't make it anymore. So it's really sad because you have so many people to think of, too many situations, plus your own situation. And also when this started and until this day, I always think, I remember the first actually 10 days when it started, I used to think about my family and my parents, like, will they actually get this virus and what will happen next? And I remember actually not sleeping for 10 days in a row, just thinking about this and just imagining different sad and bad scenarios, like what might happen if they get this virus. I didn't actually care about myself because I know our bodies are stronger than our parents and grandparents, but then thinking what might happen to them and will they actually be able to make it? Will they actually just get this virus strong or maybe not at all? So I think that was my only concern, my parents. And until this day, I actually avoid gatherings. I actually avoid seeing people just for the sake of keeping my parents safe. Um, Yeah, so I think it's a very overwhelming experience, and what makes it more challenging is we never know when and how it's gonna end. And actually, what's sad is that you no longer see people, you no longer have this human connection and human interaction with other people. Everything is just happening through the technology applications, which is amazing. It is so beautiful that we have this technology and we live in an era where the technology is there and actually make us connected to people. But at times you just feel frustrated holding your phone all the time and like speaking with people through the phone all the time and just working all the time through these technologies. It is frustrating and you feel like, okay, I need a break from all of this. It But at the same time, I'm so grateful for so many things. This crisis has taught me so many things that I'll be forever grateful for. And one of the most important things is spending time with my family. I believe before this crisis, we were always in a rush, working, going out with friends, meeting people, doing like working extra hours and doing extra work. So this pandemic has actually taught me to a little bit slow down, and some things can actually wait. Um, but spending time with your family can never wait. Spending time with my family is something too valuable. And yes, this lockdown has made it happen, has actually made this life slow down and taught me like spending time with my family can be something very special and something very precious, which I missed for a very long time. I became closer to them. We're doing more activities together inside the house. We're coming up with the different things to do inside the house. We're coming up with activities to do together just to entertain ourselves and let this time pass. And for me, actually, this is amazing. My thoughts are with all the people who actually live alone during this crisis and don't have their family near. And one thing that actually made me sad is I haven't seen my sister for a year now. She lives in Europe, and the last time she came in here was last Christmas. And here we are, it's Christmas again, and she's not here yet. She was supposed to come in summer, but yeah, everything just closed. The airport wasn't open in Jordan. They closed it for too long, and it just opened a month actually, or 2 months ago. She's hoping actually to come this Christmas, so I hope it will happen. Although the rules, regulations, and the procedures are much harder now to travel. We never thought that travel was actually something so easy back then. It is too hard now, yep. And yeah, one thing actually also I'd like to mention is that I miss my friends and family in Lebanon. I haven't been there for more than a year. And it is actually too frustrating to actually feel like I'm not sure when I'm gonna see them again. Um, yeah, that's also frustrating to me. And I know for a fact, like when things goes back to normal, the first thing I'm gonna do is go there and see them, just hug them too tight, not through Zoom, just an actual hug. I hope this ends soon. And I truly hope that people get to learn something positive from this, despite all the ups and downs that have happened to each one of us. And I know for a fact that the whole world is going through this together, and this is what actually makes it a little bit more acceptable, is that everyone is going through this together. And for the first time, maybe this whole world and everyone on this earth have actually felt like this whole world is connected in one way or another, and we are close to each other no matter how far. So yeah, I truly hope this ends, and I truly hope everyone gets to actually learn something positive from this and get closer to the people they love. Um, and actually, one thing too valuable that I have learned is never judge anyone for disconnecting, and never judge anyone for getting distant from you at some times, because everyone goes through something. And I guess this is what we have learned this year, that mental health is too important, and you need to actually appreciate what everyone is going through. And if someone gets distant, just check up on them instead of judging them over that. I just wish this truly ends very soon. Although, like whenever you say actually this to people around you, everyone starts laughing, and no one have high hopes about that. But this is our only way out. And until then, just take advantage of everything that's around you. Be thankful that you still have a job, still have an income, and you still have food to eat. You still actually have a roof over your head. And this is something too important. And it's also too important to actually, at these times, to feel with those who don't. Um, and give all the support that you can to the people around you, because we all need each other at these times. We all need the support, and we all need the love, even if it was virtual. Thank you.